Hi guys, Ange here. Thanks so much for joining me and welcome to my channel. In today's video I am going to take you through a makeup look using mainly Marc Jacobs makeup, in particular the new releases for spring summer, the Marc Jacobs Fantasine eyeshadow palette and the Omega Bronze Tantastic bronzer. Before we get started, I would like to sincerely apologise that there was only one video posted last week. I have been extremely sick and haven't filmed for 2-3 weeks, just for the fact that I've been really unwell. Then I broke out in this horrible series of cold sores up my nose and down my nose, and I had the remnants of them, which is why I've got splotches on the end of my nose today. But I thought I needed to get some videos recorded today, so bear with me, and I do apologise for not getting 2 videos up last week. So thanks for joining me. I'm going to take you through my new purchases from Marc Jacobs in the latest release he's put out for spring. I already had the bronzer, but I have bought a backup, and I purchased the eyeshadow palette in Fantasine, and that is what I'm wearing today. So if you would like to see how I created this eye look using this very beautiful Marc Jacobs iconic eyeshadow palette, please keep watching. So we're going to go in with the new eyeshadow palette from Marc Jacobs, and this is in the colours Fantasine. It is the 7-pan iconic eyeshadow palette from Marc Jacobs, and this is a limited edition that has just come out. I believe the bronzer is sold out on sephora.co.nz at the moment, but you can still get the eyeshadow palette and the dewdrops. I will leave a link here if you can still get it on sephora.com. I've already prepped my eyes using the Urban Decay eye primer, and as normal I am going to go in with this light shade all over my eyelid. It's quite an exciting day today. My daughter is going to her first formal today, or this evening. So after I have done this eye makeup look, I am going to be doing her makeup for her formal. It's a bit sad, they're all growing up. I'm now going to go in with this shade, second shade here, which is Covets. What I like about the Marc Jacobs eyeshadows is the sentence they make on the back, and the sentence of this one is Flesh, Covets, Fantasy, she said. Meet ya for more on the dance floor. So I'm going to go in with Covets now and just use that as a transition colour in my upper lid, upper eye portion of my eyelid. It's a very nice neutral colour. Just deepening that up, and I just like building up, don't like going in ham to start with, just going in with light layers and building it up as I go. It's better than having to try and blend it out when you've gone in too heavy. So that was Covets. Now I'm going to go in with a warmer colour, and that is Fantasy, and I'm going to use a smaller brush. I'm going to go in with the Sigma E45 brush and just come down a little bit lower in that defining the crease from where we've just blended. Just going up higher than my natural crease line, just trying to give myself the illusion of more lid space. And going back with our first brush with no additional product and just blending the edges. Really enjoying these sort of pinky brown tones of late. It's very fresh and pretty. Taking the other brush and just blending the edges. Going in with a Makeup Geek Outer V brush, I'm going to take the dark brown for more. And this is a really warm, nice brown, very pigmented, so I'm just going to tap it off on my hand. And then go up high here to just try and blend it in. I think if you weren't careful this would have fallout, so I've just tapped it off on my hand here to stop that. A beautiful rich warm brown. Just giving myself that outer V edging there. And I'm going to go back with E45 with that third colour Fantasy and just blend that in. And then just build that up a couple of times. And I just like going back with all the previous brushes to blend everything out so it doesn't look harsh and everything's a bit more diffused and blown out. Taking a Wayne Goss number 20 brush, I'm just going to layer up those colours under my eye. In the same order that I've used them on the top. So that's the colours so far. I'm going to go back in with the Morphe R37 brush and I'm going to take this shade here on the dance floor and I'm just going to blend that in from the just inside the outer, blending it in towards the middle. Deepening it up at the top here, going back in with more of a clean brush and then blending the edges. Now, rather than go in with this gold colour that everyone has been using in their tutorials, I'm going to go in with this sort of shimmery colour, She Said, and it's a bit brighter. Well, in fact it's a lot brighter than what it is showing up there. So I'm going to use a wet brush using my Smashbox primer water. And going in with She Said and just popping that on the front half of my eyelid. Oh, that's very pretty. Quite an intense pink. It looks like it has a wee shift to it as well. And once again, just going in and blending the edges. So that's the eyeshadows from the Fantasine palette. I'm now going to do my eyeliner and lashes and then I'll be right back. Okay guys, so that's lashes and eyeliner done, and I've just done a wee clip for my next video on my lashes and why they're looking so good now. These are not false lashes or lash extensions, they are my lashes with the help of a lash serum. So I'm really happy with that. So this is the look using the new Marc Jacobs Fantasine eyeshadow palette. I did use a lot of Marc Jacobs products that I had on hand. I used for contour my Marc Jacobs Mirage Filter Contour. I used my favourite bronzer at the moment, the Marc Jacobs Tantastic Omega Bronze. Now I did get this last summer and I love it so much. I bought it back up when it was just released limited edition for this summer. I do know I got mine from sephora.co.nz. I believe it's sold out again, but you can get the eyeshadow and the dewdrops are still available as well. So I used that bronzer. I used a Marc Jacobs blush and I used the Flesh and Fantasy colour, a very nudie colour because I was going quite pinky on the eyes. I used a lipstick and this is in Screen Test. It's one of the minis that I bought to try out the Marc Jacobs lipsticks, and then I topped it off with the Enamoured lip gloss in Pretty Thing. Sugar is just a little bit light for me, so I've used Pretty Thing, and I used the lip liner in Primrose. On my eyes lining I used OBG for my lower inner rim and Blacker for the upper tight line as well. So thanks so much for joining me guys. I hope you enjoyed that. I just have discovered there's probably a couple of brands that I'm falling in love with, and when I saw how much Marc Jacobs I have, obviously Marc Jacobs is another brand that I really enjoy. If you enjoyed that guys, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to get any of these limited edition products, I wouldn't snooze on them. Highly recommend the Omega Bronze. It's amazing. It's a huge amount of product that you get. You get 25 grams or 0.8 ounces. That is a lot of product, and the eyeshadow palette I think is really gorgeous. Of course I do. So thanks for joining me guys. If you haven't already, please click the subscribe button. I'd love to see you back. I'm going to try and keep up my 2 videos a week, but I am going to be a bit kinder to myself. I would rather upload 1 good quality video a week than 2 substandard videos a week, just to get 2 videos up. I've had a big rethink on that, and I've been quite disappointed with a couple of my videos in the past month or so, and so if you only get 1 video a week, I'm hoping it's just a heck of a lot more better quality than if I rush and try and get 2 up substandard. Thanks for joining me, guys. I hope you've had a beautiful and a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you next time. See you later, guys. Bye.